are back, and you are listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com, the final frontier of free speech.
Free motherfucking speech.
Free motherfucking speech.
She says it like the soccer mom she is.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating in this evening's event.
What is this? Anyway, anyway, you were telling me you recently had to change doctors. And tell me about the first time you went. This is great.
Well, I needed to change doctors because my other doctor was a fat phobic bitch, but that's another story.
Yeah.
I decided that I was going to be more hands-on in picking a doctor that was sensitive to my needs. And we forget as patients that we're paying.
We're consumers, too.
We're consumers.
Right.
We're paying for this service. And to go into a doctor's office, we are giving them a whole lot of trust to have our best interests at heart. And sometimes that doesn't happen.
Right.
So I was like, this time, I'm going to be on the forefront. I'm not going to let them just roll me into whatever programs they want to do or what have you. So when I went to the doctor's office, he came in, absolutely nice gentleman. And he was like, are we going to establish you for care? Because it was, a new doctor. And I was like, no, sir, you're not going to establish me for care. I said, this is a job interview. Please have a seat.
Isn't that great, you guys? She said, you're a doctor. This is a job interview. Have a seat.
And he was like, he looked kind of confused, but he was, he was nice about it. He was like, I've never had that happen to me before. And he was like, you're absolutely right. And he says, I'll answer every question you have. I was willing to pay for that.
Well, if he wasn't willing to do that,
I would have walked out.
Exactly. That's my point.
And he sat down and he answered every question. I asked him about him being plus size sensitive. Because if I hear one more doctor tell me that when I go in there for the sniffles or the flu, that if I lose 2 pounds, it'll just magically go away, I'm going to kill somebody. I'm just going to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was very endearing to me. He was tickled by the whole process.
That's awesome.
And he said that we should go in there and we should ask questions, because how the doctor views you, that's what kind of care you're going to get. If they don't like you for some whatever reason, if you're not meshing, you're not going to get that care you need, because they're going to want to get you out of their office as quickly as possible, not do the necessary tests.
Yeah, some personalities just don't work.
Nope.
Just because they're a doctor don't mean that they are going to get along with you.
They don't have to get along with you.
Me and Dr. East Africa are getting along not very well.
Oh.
And, and it's okay not to get along, but you need to know that you have that power to say, you know what, we don't get along, we do not click, I need to go somewhere else.
Exactly.
And they should be okay. If they're not okay with it, you don't need to see them. If they are okay with it, if you don't click, it's still okay to go somewhere else. And I told him, I was like, I'm not willing to go into any weight loss talk. I was like, I was very active at the time. I used to be with the Renaissance Fair.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing some, combat, not a lot. I was just before my back decided to give out on me. And I was like, I don't want to hear you're a liar, just put the fork down. I'm sure we all, at one point or another, have heard that. And I was like, was active. I'm not so much anymore. But that's okay with me. And, I was like, I want to be able to come in here and be candid and be like, I have these problems, whatever they are, and have them not look at my size.
That not everything is caused by your size. Not
everything is caused by your size.
Now, I agree that they need to acknowledge your size, because that does mean different treatments in some cases, different
medication doses.
Yeah, exactly. But don't make it the issue of all of my problems.
And I think they need to communicate that, because we do have some of our bigger brothers and sisters out there that don't understand that when you're being weighed, that's not necessarily for weight loss. That could be, okay, well, when I'm, if I'm going to give you medication, that might be based on weight.
Surgery, or anesthetic, all of that.
It matters,
Well, I realized,
but it's not the cause of everything.
I realized a big thing. Now, I've been going to my doctor for 4 years, okay? And this is a fault I made, and I really like my doctor, and she knows that I'm in the entertainment world and I'm just trying to ride my wave as long as I can. But I realized that I had not and she sits down with me, we have conversations that I personally as a patient has not given her the whole picture. And the reason I found this out is because I was in there the other day, and you guys all know I have arthritis. Well, the worst part of my arthritis right now is my knee, my right knee. So we talk about that a lot. And she said to me, I don't understand why you want to take a pill, meaning a pain pill, for something that we could go in and maybe fix.
Mm-hmm.
So as I left there, I thought, I've done a lousy job as a patient letting her know that that's not only where my arthritis is, that I have problems with my ankles and my hips. And so her and I need to have a new conversation. But it brings up a point, not only do you want your doctor to be candid with you, but you got to make sure your doctor gets all the info. And I haven't been good about delivering my doctor all the info.
Right.
And some medical professionals don't make it easy.
No, you're absolutely right.
They come in and they make this preconceived notion. Like I was telling you about the cardiologist. I have a heart murmur. I had it since I was a child. And when I moved to Las Vegas and had another doctor, he wanted to make sure it didn't get worse. And so he sent me to a cardiologist. And I was sitting there already nervous because, what's wrong with me, right?
Right.
And the doctor came in, didn't even crack my file, didn't ask me my name, nothing. Walked into the doctor's office and looked at me and said, "Why are you fat?" That was his opening statement to me. And people who know me know I get in these moods to where I just say what's on my mind when it comes out. And I said, you know what? I woke up this morning and I just decided to be fat today. I don't know what happened, but it was a fat day. I just,
Oh my God. What did he respond to?
He just looked at me like, like what? And
his question was stupid.
It was like, how can you ask? He doesn't know any of my medical history. He had no idea why I was big or what was going on or anything. He just made this statement that I could have walked out. There could have been something seriously wrong with me, and I wouldn't have had the nerve to even say anything. I could have been sitting there
to talk to your doctor.
What are you going to say to me next? How are you going to attack me next? And then it kind of pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, well, one, you're not Mr. Athletic coming in here anyway. How can you judge me?
Yeah, the fat doctors who get on you for being fat really make me angry. That was like the doctors who came in reeking of cigarette smoke telling me I needed to quit smoking.
Right. And it was crazy. I was like, I cannot believe that you just thought it was okay to come in and tell me, oh, why are you fat? Like, who says that?
Crazy. Before it gets any later, Nikki, I want you to tell people a little bit more about what NAPA's doing here in Vegas, how they can reach you or anybody else involved. If they want to be involved, the meetings, give us all the lowdown so that people know how to get involved with these things.
Okay. Well, we have several programs in the works. We have the Embulling Now program. We also have the Size Savvy program, which we've touched upon. We have several programs in the works. Hopefully we'll be talking to post-secondary schools, about bullying, being in your beingness, having a healthy conversation with people of size, so we can all, facilitate health, good health.
Right.
Also, we're getting out there in the community. We're helping our local community with, we just did a series of, I think, 5 or 6 schools for safety. It was safety nights or something like that.
Right, yeah.
But forgive me, I forgot what it was called. But it was something that Parks and Rec put out through the schools, which was awesome. And all we did was give people information. They were just happy to see us there, that we were there enthused.
Well, I think it's great that NAPA's been around such a long time that people kind of view NAPA as the senior citizen of fat clubs, okay? And that's my opinion, okay? I'm not saying, but I love the fact, I feel that NAPA's almost having a rebirth.
We are.
Yeah, and that makes me very happy because you're seeing NAPA out more. You're seeing more posts about NAPA. NAPA more involved in things like with the schools and the end bullying and size savvy and things like that.
Because we need to educate everyone.
Right.
And we want people to get involved. We have a Facebook page for both End Bullying Now, which is End Bullying Now is the only one on there. And we have NAFA, NAFA.org. And we also, for the local people, we have NAFA CC.
For Clark County.
For Clark County.
Uh-huh.
And we have a Facebook and website also associated with that. And we just want people to come out. It doesn't matter your size,
Right.
your age, your ability, because everybody can contribute something. So we're definitely trying to get our members and let people know that, even though it's fat, we say fat acceptance, we do mean size diversity.
Right.
We are all inclusive.
That everybody's successful. Everybody is represented.
Everyone is represented, and know that one person being accepted helps everybody in the community be accepted.
And I love the fact that they're getting our kids young and teaching them that this is not acceptable to treat other people like that.
And we need to let people know that you're okay how you are. Be healthy, eat healthy, have healthy movement. But that how you look is how you
look, and accept that and love that.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Getting older is okay. Come on, ladies, we need to put out there it's okay for us to get older. We're not going to be 20 years old forever.
Yes, Sierra, it's okay for me to be older than you. That's fine. I'm gonna age gracefully.
I don't know what you fuckers are talking about, but
I'm gonna age gracefully.
There's no aging gracefully in this shit here. I'm 29.
You're gonna get lift tucked, snipped,
I will
sewn.
lift and sew everything and anything possible.
And you will never see a gray hair on my head.
Oh, I'm gonna let it go gray.
See, you said you're gonna do it gracefully, not me. I'm telling you right now.
It'll be easier for me though, because I get highlights every year, so you won't notice the gray as much.
Right, I'm
gonna do the same thing my dad did. My dad denied he was getting gray. He told everybody my hair's getting lighter in the sun. Like, no, Dad, that's gray.
Mr. Toxie says that he has paint in his hair. He's like, I was painting at work. I'm like, it's white hair. Like, it's the majority of your hair now. He's like, it was a lot of paint.
I love it if it's a choice, but I don't think that we as people, male or female, should feel obligated.
No, and I think there's some people who look beautiful in gray hair, like beautiful.
My grandma's smoking hot.
I guarantee you, it's not me. Okay, not me.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I recently colored my hair because I was just ready for something different.
Right.
When we go through a life-changing event. Mm-hmm. First thing that happens, you change your hair, maybe do something different with the makeup,
right.
Whatever. But it was a choice. I went through like 3 or 4 years. I was salt and pepper.
Yeah, you were, and you looked nice salt and pepper though.
I was rocking
your
that silver.
Your hair looked cute, salt and pepper.
And it was, and I was like, when people, won't you get that dyed? And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay.
No, you could rock it. It worked for you for a long time.
I'm gonna be, those. When you go to those farmers markets and you see that 50-year-old lady with the steel gray hair and it's down to her ass and it's braided all up?
Yeah.
That's my mom.
That's going to be me, sister.
My mom's that way. She has silver hair all the way down my
ass. See it now when you're saying it's 50, but like when I know you're quite a bit from 40, so let's see you say it when it starts to happen at 36, 37.
I'm okay with it. I already have gray hair.
You know what I think when I see the women you're describing? I'm like, oh, she's a cool hippie dude. Like, she's, bohemian. You're like,
I'm gonna hook that up. That'll be me, girl.
And it's okay if you want to color your hair and nip, tuck, and get them, blowed up. Or
I stand in front of the mirror and do this.
If that's what you want to do.
I can be fat as fuck and in a wheelchair, but I need a facelift.
It's okay. I just think, especially in our media and especially, it's just getting to where it's becoming unreal.
Right.
How young you're supposed to be. I my fear is that I'm going to be 60 years old, trying to look 20 and failing. I don't want to be that person.
Well, see, and I don't want to be that either because I'm 52. So I look at some things and go, not good for me. I had my eyelashes done professionally a few weeks ago, and I looked like a fucking aging porn star. They were like Cupid doll eyelids, and I kept them on because I had a photo shoot. But I realized that there's some things that just are 52-year-old woman should not do and wear. Now I push that limit. I know I push that limit about.
She goes over it sometimes.
Yeah, and I do, but that's my choice.
It's okay.
Do that. But keep in mind, as much as I push the limit, I keep myself in check too. There's
with me, and we were discussing this earlier about swimsuits. I wear what's comfortable for me.
Amen.
Girl, it is too hot for this fat girl to be in a one-piece anywhere.
I would be rolling out with my two-piece, my rolls hanging out, and whatever.
My extra wide towel that I just bought.
Yep. This week I'm taking my little guy to the shark pool at Golden Nugget. You better know I'll be in my two-piece at that shark pool.
And it's all. I had someone approach me and says, "Oh, you just think you're cute in a two-piece. You shouldn't wear that because you're bigger."
I am cute.
Yes, actually, I do think I'm cute, but that's okay. I was like, but I'm not wearing this for you. I'm wearing this for me. And I think a lot of people kind of need to kind of put that out there. Because if you don't like it, you don't have to look at it.
Yeah,
I'm not out here for your...
Yeah, I'm not out here for you, girl. I'm out here for me. And it's too hot for my fat ass to be in a one-piece.
Not trying
it's
to
funny, though, because I get a couple different reactions. Sometimes I get...
Yeah, you get one or the other. There's never anyone who just doesn't care.
Old ladies will nudge their old husbands. And then some of them you go and they'll be like, you go, girl. And some of them, the men and their wives are like, come on. They don't like that they're looking.
Yeah, you get one of two reactions. You never get anyone who just doesn't care. You either get the people who are disgusted.
Right.
They're like, I'm going to throw up my lunch, that fat girl's in a bikini. And then you get the people who are like, girl, you rock that. I could never do that.
Exactly.
And they're always the skinny girls. It was all the girls at my retreat.
A lot of the skinny girls.
You rock that. I could never do that.
Yeah, I don't care.
You know what? It's
Count these fat rolls on my back. I don't care.
And it's none of our business what they think. They're allowed to think whatever they want to think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not by any means saying that they can't, but it's like...
Keep it to your damn self.
I dare for any professional that works at those pools I go to, because I go to a lot of casino pools, say something to me. When we look at little Miss size 2 wearing her bikini, you can't say nothing about my size 28 wearing a bikini. Okay?
No, especially not when you got a 4-year-old running around in a teeny tiny bikini.
Yeah.
She's showing more skin than I am, and I'm more disgusted by that than anything else. Yeah, no, I rocked it this weekend.
Good for
in
you.
my bikini.
Awesome.
Oh, and you were on a company thing this week,
I was on a company thing this week.
Okay. So, real quick, and we'll get back to this again before the end of the show, where can they email or send a message to find out about local meetings? Let's be real clear about getting that out there.
I need to...
Okay, grab it out of your purse, because I don't
And I posted out on our Twitter, and I believe earlier on our Facebook as well, at the main NAFA website as well as the local websites.
And there is a meeting once a week. It's on a Saturday afternoon, usually at a local grade school in the area, correct?
Actually, we're changing it up a little bit because we're trying to make it more available to different people.
Yeah, I've been to the first NAFA meeting, and I was telling Nikki that here's exactly what happens every NAFA week. I get up, it's a Saturday, and I start going, and about 3 or 4 o'clock I went, oh, damn, I missed the NAFA meeting again. I really am trying to get there, girlfriend.
We have a once-a-month general meeting. We invite anybody to come. It's open to the public. It is a size-safe environment, so we prefer that if you're just wanting to troll someone, this is not the place for you to go.
Yeah, it's not a trolling place, huh?
We will beat your ass down. How about that?
I don't think we can. But the website is NAFA-CC at outlook.com. There's a link on the website as well, which is www.nafa-cc.org.
Right.
And we also have those links on Facebook as well, which is facebook.com/NAFA.cc.
Yeah. You guys, it's something good. If you're looking for something to get involved in, not necessarily all size acceptance stuff. That, as you hear, NAFA's doing a lot of other things. The whole size savvy. They're doing a lot of work in the grade schools. I just encourage you to get involved because there's a lot of need. It's new, so you're getting in from something from the ground level here in Clark County.
But an established group.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. It's an established group with a lot of history. But, which is good because there's a lot of very successful chapters around the country. So, and Peg and Dar here in town, we call them the sisters.
They've been doing this forever.
They were involved in California for years, and they are right on top of things, and they're the ones that opened it up and brought it all here to Clark County for us. So, I just encourage you to jump on the bat. If you're not here in Clark County, find out where there's an organization for you. And there's a National NAFA convention every year. Do you remember where that one is this year?
This year is in Yeah, in Washington,
Washington D.C. So grab on that. They talk about a lot. You know, it is social, a lot like the Bash and stuff, and you meet a lot of great people. But their workshops are more for activism and
Self-love.
teaching and self-love, and it's really, really positive, and it's a great positive experience to do that. So check that all out on Napa. We are going to take a break. It's 9 o'clock almost, right?
Yeah.
And so then we'll come back. We got catch-ups to do. We'll get a little bit for Nikki. She's going to tell us how her week went, whether she wants to or not. And we'll be right back with the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City.